Hello, everyone. I'm back with another topic on my show today. We have already discussed the types of negotiations that you have to deal with at your work or in your daily routine to close a deal or get your work done when you are working with diverse type of people. So today I'm going to share a few rules which can help you become an effective negotiator. So let's go ahead and learn how to become a very good negotiator. Rule number one, understand the starting point. So, the way we view things determine how they will be pursued in reality. So, as an effective negotiator, it is extremely important to keep your viewpoints open and to keep away from all sorts of egos and biases, which means you have to keep a check on the emotions throughout the negotiations because they play an influential role during each dialogue or each interaction. So, maintaining the emotions on a positive side can just help the business relationships positively. That translates into easier negotiations, problem solving, and decision making. Rule number two, emphasis on the timing. So, negotiations can and definitely should be time bound, and you need to emphasize the importance of time. So, how to define the timing? You should be able to know what to ask for is crucial, and so is knowing when to ask for it. Effective negotiators know when to push forward and when to hold back. So, when everything aligns the way you planned and estimated, it's the time for you to push and get what you came for. But also remember, if you push too hard, you might negatively affect the longevity of the business relationship. So, don't rush to the course, just make sure that time is of essence. Rule number three, active listening, which is a part of effective communication. As I had already mentioned, hearing and listening are two different things. So if you fail to actively listen, all your strategies, tactics, and any development will be ineffective. You might as well encounter problems that need to be resolved. Often, the other party just want their idea to be heard and understood. So, negotiation is like a learning process where you try to give and take your ideas and your perspective regarding that particular deal. Occasionally, it also includes unexpected outcomes and surprises. So, as an active listener, pay attention patiently and observe for insights that will positively influence the outcome of the negotiation process. Rule number three, honor commitment. The outcome of negotiation is affected by the commitments of both the parties made. So, if either of the parties involved cannot follow through on their commitments, you should doubt that there is a loss of risk. There's a risk in the loss of integrity. So once you lose the trust or the faith you have gained, it is almost impossible to get it back. It definitely hampers your reputation. And this will clearly result in negative outcomes of future negotiations and even a refusal to do the business. So, as an effective negotiator, only make commitments that you can honor and follow through. And when it comes to committing, don't just think about your perspective about the deal. Make sure that you have your team in compliance when you are going ahead and making such commitments. Next rule is alternatives. It is always a great it's always great to set high expectations, but it is more important that you be realistic about them. So, as a leader, you should start preparing for alternative solutions of the negotiations. You should always have a plan B. What happens if the original plan falls through? Do you have a backup option? If you don't, start working on them when preparing for your future negotiations. This will allow you to be more collaborative and flexible depending on the situation, and it will help you get closer towards closing a deal the way you want. Next, and very important rule is the art of persuasion. I have talked about persuasion a lot, of how to become a better persuader in my previous video. So, in the art of persuasion, to just give a crux of it, you should be an active listener, you should have commitment and play and trust. And these three factors play a key role in any type of negotiation. So, as you build a healthy relationship with the negotiating party, your opportunity to apply the skill of persuasion rises exponentially. So, to level up your persuasion skills, use some live active examples, use storytelling. People like listening to stories. So, gather important information into a descriptive language that will help you give a better mental picture in the mind of the negotiator or the other party. And this will also allow you to persuade by showing instead of telling. And the last rule of becoming an effective negotiator is the closing point. No negotiation is successful if you're not able to close the deal. So, at the end of any negotiation, even if you haven't reached an agreement, do a quick summary or recap everything that was covered during the process of negotiation. And this will allow to confirm if everyone involved in this process has understood and agrees and are all on the same page when you're working on this negotiation process. Don't leave questions unanswered or any loose ends. There are people who do not know how to close the loop, and this is the reason a lot of negotiations fall apart. So make sure to close the loops. If you do not know the answers right away, make sure to note them down, note the questions down, and get back to them with convincing answers. And in case you have achieved the agreement after closing, just make sure that you follow up on this negotiation. So, with this, I would like to take your leave. Thank you very much for watching my shows. Thank you for supporting. I hope you're finding my videos helpful when you are working in your career, working to get a better career, when you're working to on switching jobs. I hope you find all these videos helpful. Keep watching my videos for such informational um, such information which I keep trying to share on through my videos. I would also request you to like, share, and subscribe the channel and keep supporting. Stay safe, stay home, get vaccinated, and stop the spread. Thank you very much. See you soon.